pronounce your last name?
Jedlinský.
Jedlinský. 10 years as a university crypto researcher. That's really hard. And you still look good.
Oh, thank you.
So
I don't
guess
think so,
we have
but
to
you're
give
really
a
nice.
round of applause to Jakub.
Thank you. Hello, good morning. Dobré ráno. Thank you very much for coming and being here. I'm a crypto teacher. I represent Prague University of Economics and Business, and we are partners of this lovely conference. We are really honored and happy to be the partner. So that's me teaching, apparently. And I like seals. And the seal asks, how did I get to do that? I'd say that my story started in 2008, and my thinking, should I just use this? And this I don't need. OK, that's great. OK, so I was an economist back in 2008, and it was the formatting event for me, the crisis, and we were all questioning banks and the financial system and trying to seek for alternatives. And what I did was going to Bulgaria and started selling women lingerie because I didn't like the school and what we've been taught. So when I was not a student, I started thinking on my own and trying to research some alternative approaches to money. And we also had some bonus points like loyalty points here, tokenization, let's say. And then I returned back to the university because selling lingerie is not really profitable. And I wrote a diploma thesis on alternative currencies and proposals, how to improve the money. And there was one chapter about Bitcoin that I didn't really like back then in 2012, 13. I didn't find it fit to be the global currency. But that's exactly what people liked about my thesis. They were really interested in Bitcoin. And then there was the European financial crisis, and banks were shut down in Cyprus and stole some of their clients' money. And I thought, hey, there's something about it. Maybe we should do that. Maybe it makes sense. So that's when I bought my first Bitcoins. And there came the idea to make the first university course on crypto. There already had been 2 other courses at University of Nicosia, Cyprus, and at Princeton, but they were really technical and Bitcoin focused. And I and my friend, Petr Kindelman, wanted to focus on altcoins and the economic perspectives of crypto. And Petr was my classmate from the secondary school, and he had a degree from history. And once we were sitting in a tea house, and he said, hey, I have this degree from history, and I don't really make much money. So I told him about Bitcoin. Hey, you should try that. And he was more clever. Not only did he buy some Bitcoins, but he focused on altcoins, and he discovered NXT, which was something like Ethereum is today. That was the second biggest cryptocurrency, and it came with smart contracts. They were not Turing complete, but yes. And he said, hey, there will be a university course, economic course on crypto at MIT. But if we start early, we should be ahead, and we can have the first course. So we tried that. And then we prayed, and we were really blessed and lucky, because my colleagues and bosses at the university were really open-minded and novelty-seeking, and they supported us. So we started 14 days ahead before MIT and opened this course, which was not about Bitcoin, it was about NXT. And sorry for the Czech, I don't have that in English, but imagine how Stone Age it was. So there was like 400 views on YouTube, and it was the fourth rank at YouTube at cryptocurrency lecture. So for that time, it was rather major, and we gave NXT crypto to the students, and we wanted them to do something with it. And they did, and we could observe that because it was in the blockchain. And at the end, there was an online meeting, let's say, with the developers of NXT, and the students shared their experience and ideas, and it was really nice. And because this course was successful, the university granted us a regular course that we have been teaching ever since on cryptocurrencies. And there are some interesting things, like the students get their marks as a crypto token at Sepolia, so that they need to learn how to use MetaMask and how to keep their seed safe, because every now and then, like every semester actually, it happens that some of the students come to me and say, hey, I lost my computer or on my cell phone and I can't access my wallet, but you remember that I've been active, right? So you let me pass, and I say, no, well, you need to send the tokens back to my address so that I can give you the mark. So I'm sorry, but this is this lesson. If it was real crypto, you would lose it. The problem here is that the testnets at Ethereum change time to time, so that's some bugger with that, but it's quite okay. And in this course, the students need to learn how to make a fundamental or systemic analysis of a currency of their choice, how to think about it, about the utility of the token and interdependencies and stuff like that. And I think that it's important if you teach something like crypto, which is really fast, changing, and dynamic, to keep learning and trying not just to teach the basics, but learn something unique and then pass it to the students. So I went to London and I did a PhD research at Kingston University with Steve Keen. Professor Steve Keen predicted the credit crunch in 2008. He won a Reward Award for the best prediction of that crisis that nobody saw coming. And I learned a lot from him about system dynamics, stock flow consistent modeling, using Minsky software, which we used later to predict the problems in projects like Luna, Celsius, or Axie Infinity, because the credit crunch also was a problem in the system dynamics. So you need to focus on the issues rather than expect that everything will be fine and in equilibrium forever. This is my colleague, Martin Bach, who now teaches these things at our university as well, modern monetary theory and stock flow consistent modeling, and also my colleague in Altlift, which is the company where I work. Keep it practical. That's like the imperative. So yeah, if you want to teach something, you need to do that. That's what I believe. I have this colleague who has been teaching about business and entrepreneurship for 20 years, but he's never had his own company. He's never been an entrepreneur. So I try to teach what I actually do to connect the practical knowledge with the university. And in 2016, we opened this new course, or new, it was new back then, Bitcoin and Blockchain Practical Seminar. And in this course, the students learn to build their career or to be employable in crypto. So we do things like wallet, transaction safety, of course, but they also create their own tokens, their own DAOs. And the good thing about this is that I don't teach them how to do that. I give them the task, then they have the week to figure out how to do that, and in the next class, we discussed that. What were the problems, the issues, the barriers? So that's the teaching method that I learned in London, that I try to replicate. And I think that that's crucial for crypto, because if I taught them how to do that, in 2 years, it would be outdated. Because the crypto industry changes so quickly. So I try to teach the students to learn rather than just to listen and repeat. Identifying utility in crypto, I think that we're beyond the stage of let's say, speculation and false hopes, and people are more and more asking about the utility and, hey, I'm buying the token, what does it do? So the students learn how to identify the true utility, if there is any. Usually there's none. We make a flea market, so there's a class where the students just bring things from their home. We've got international students mostly, like 70% are international. And they bring their stuff and then exchange it, paying in Bitcoin, Lightning. We have a trading competition which runs for 6 or 7 weeks at the demo account at the exchanges. So the students try to put their money where their faith is. And most importantly, we have collaboration with the practice. So like half of the semester, we invite guests from successful crypto companies, and it's up to them how they make their lecture or seminar, and they also offer the students some micro-internships. The students can cherry-pick which tasks they do. The tasks are rather demanding, but they can cherry-pick because they can get like 160% of the final grade. So if they skip something, they still can get 100%. So it's a good chance for the people from the industry to try the students who are really enthusiastic and willing to do something, because it's not obligatory for them. And to finish the course, the students need to make something practical, not just so that the teacher reads something and gives them the grade or the mark, but something, you know, in the real world outside of school, be it profit-led or non-profit. And in the middle of the semester, during the so-called Innovation Week, they pitch their ideas in front of the people from the industry, who we invite to some venue outside of the school, so the students also learn how to pitch their ideas. And the only thing that they are not allowed to do is writing essays, because you never get employed for being able to write an essay, unless you can publish it. That would be fine. So I always use this slide, because students tend to write the essays anyway. That's what they are educated for in schools normally. So how many points do I get? Well, 0, yeah? And they actually get 0 and they fail. Can you study this course? Well, yes. Since this year, yes, because we updated it. And next to the on-site course at the university, we made it online. It's called Digital Assets and Blockchain Industry. And it's our first experience with making online courses. But we did our best, and I hope we will keep, improving it, scaling it. It's a great thing to be a crypto teacher. It's a great thing for our careers. So thanks to the university, I get to the Swell conference in San Francisco when we negotiated on behalf of the university and Erste Bank with Ripple Labs. There was Bill Clinton, the former president of the United States, as the keynote speaker. Yeah, he's really into crypto. He supported Sam Bankman-Fried. Maybe you can. Maybe you remember it. We also were in the working groups at the European Commission, trying to prepare some legislation for university diplomas at blockchain or European IDs on the blockchain. But the most important thing is connecting the students to the practice. So if you are interested in the students' pitches in the digital course, feel free to scan this QR code, and we might stay in contact, and maybe you can grasp some interesting students or their ideas, or give them your valuable feedback. That would be really great. And last thing I want to talk about is a collaboration with Binance Academy. That's why I have this T-shirt now. I don't work for Binance, but we produced an online course for Binance Academy, and it serves as a teaser for the Digital Assets and Blockchain Industry course. at the university, which anyone, not just the students, anyone can have it. So if you go to Binance Academy, there are 3 university courses. We were the first university to negotiate with Binance in September last year. So we produced the course, but then we waited for another 5 or 6 months before it started, because 2 other universities from Luxembourg and a European university also delivered their courses, which makes sense, because now the selection is more varied, and I think it's lovely. And it was great to try that. And it was really fun doing this course. So in the course, we deal with topics like the technology and layer 2s, Ethereum, smart contracts, dApps, DeFi, traditional financial system, how it works, endogenous money theory. And there are also documents from legacy institutions like Bank of England, Bank for International Settlements, the police, how they view crypto, so you can put it in contrast and make your own opinion. Mining and consensus mechanisms, scam prevention, safety, tokenization of real-world assets. We have Mr. Jensch in our course, who happened to have a lecture here yesterday. I enjoyed it. And yeah, can you try the courses? Well, yes, if you want, you can. So Binance Academy course for only $4. And Wilshire University course, I don't know how expensive it will be. We ran the first round, and that was for free. But probably it will not be for free any longer. But if you take the Binance course, you will get some discount. So that's it, some bullet points. I think that it's important to always innovate and listen to the students' feedback. It's great to have students from different countries, because they might have interesting views, and I always check whether what I say makes sense. Sometimes I realize it doesn't make sense. Sometimes it doesn't make sense, but I don't realize it, but I try. Don't lecture, lead an asset. So I want to give a lot of freedom to the students, and then just communicate with them and help them make up their own mind, and scale and collaborate. I say we because I couldn't do that alone. It's quite demanding when you have a lot of practical assignments. So we have more teachers, Karim Abdallah, and also assistants from the students. So some of the students started helping us with the homework, assignments, and stuff. So there are more people working on it. More than 1,000 international students so far in the 10 years, plus 300 more from Binance Academy in the last 2 weeks. And what I'm really proud and happy for or about is that many of my students started their own businesses or NGOs, or they found jobs in respected great companies in crypto. So that's it. Thank you for your attention. And I think that we still have room for questions, correct?
We have room for one question.
Good.
Anyone has a question? Yes, I think so.
Hi, thank you so much for this interesting talk. I was particularly interested because I have teaching background as well. And my question may be more into the methodology, yes, because as you said, blockchain and crypto, they change so fast. And when you, with the lectures and the course structure, and for example, you need to set for the whole semester or for the whole year, but then something changes again in the crypto. So how do you navigate all these challenges? And maybe what are the biggest challenges you face as a teacher?
I think it's important to be humble, to be prepared that things change and that things in crypto don't work properly yet. It's become way better than some years ago. in terms of the user experience, but still the students sometimes are or feel weird that, hey, it doesn't work like it should, or I had to do this for the 5th time before something happened. And that's exactly the message that I want to give them, that, hey, it's very polished and looks nice and, new technology and it will change the world, but it's not the fact. It's not real, To some extent, yes, and there are some things that already work, but mostly no, and there are a lot of obstacles to be overcome, and I think that more people need to work in user experience, user interface, that this is a big topic, and the fact that something changes or breaks, and it happens all the time, that we implement a service for the trading competition, for instance, and then it breaks and doesn't work, and we need to bypass it somehow. So, yes, there are problems, and the biggest obstacle for me would be if I had to do it on my own, because I'm not really good in organizing things. That's why I'm really glad that we have a team of people that help and are more talented in, dealing with these issues than I am.
Great, thank you. And also another one is about students. So they are from different backgrounds. So does it matter if they don't have technical background, or how do you navigate different levels like that?
Great question, thank you. It's not so much about the technical things. It is on the user level. So they need to learn how to use the technology and how to use it safely, but I don't expect them to be programmers. Some of my students are, but we are an economic business university. Just one faculty is for IT, so a lot of the students don't know anything about programming, and it's completely fine. And yeah.
Thank you, Jakub.
Thank you very much.
Did you train those seal images yourself? Sorry. Did you train those seal images yourself?
In the matches.
The images yourself?
The seals, they're beautiful, right? So I made some of the images
So
in ChatGPT.
Oh, ChatGPT, okay, that's
because the new ChatGPT can do images like Midjourney, so yes.
Probably better with Midjourney, I don't know.
That's what my wife said, yes, and she's a graphic
Women
designer,
are always
so
right.
probably you're right.
They're saying. All right, thank you so much. Let's welcome our next speaker. Is it Professor Chi, Dr. Chi? I don't know.
Dr. Chi.
Dr. Chi, I just feel like he looks smart. So his topic is advancing parallel EVM. It's going to be very technical, but let's hear it away.
Right now, I'll do